Hello, I'm Laura San Lorenzo and I'm the 6th grade counselor here at Grafton Middle School. We're so pleased that you are participating in our virtual Rising 6th Grade Parent University. We appreciate how busy and full life gets with young children. As a parent myself and as an educator, I know that your participation here tonight is the first step towards a successful transition to middle school. It's an exciting time and a bit of a scary time too, especially if this is your oldest child. Know that we value your partnership and we look forward to working with you and your student for a successful middle school experience. The purpose of this program is to get you acquainted with some of our staff, to discuss the transition to 6th grade, and to review required and elective classes. As I explained earlier, I am the 6th grade counselor. We have 2 other counselors here at Grafton Middle School. Mrs. Richardson is our counseling director and serves the 8th grade students. Mrs. Coble will be the 7th grade counselor next year. We also have an amazing registrar, Mrs. Gentry, who helps everyone who comes into or calls our office. I am what is called a split counselor, meaning that I work at 2 middle schools. I am here at Grafton Middle 2 days a week and every other Wednesday, and I work at Queens Lake Middle School on the other days. But if your student ever needs something on a day that I'm not in the building, Mrs. Coble and Mrs. Richardson are always able to step in and help. I'd like to introduce our exceptional leadership team now. Mrs. Anthony is our principal. Our assistant principals are Mr. Gavin and Mrs. Brownlee, and we have a 3rd administrator, Mrs. Martin, who handles our SOL testing, 504 plans, and attendance issues. For some of you, this may be the very first time your child has changed schools. Middle school is definitely a time of transition. These are some of the concepts I'll be reviewing today. Here at Grafton Middle School, we use an evidence-based approach to discipline and behavior management that is called PBIS, or Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. Our PBS team has developed school-wide behavior expectations that are posted in every classroom. The characteristics of safe and orderly, always respectful, intellectual, and leadership are actually deliberately taught, and we use a positive reinforcement system with students when we observe these behaviors being demonstrated. Our school day runs from 8 a.m. to 2:50 p.m. This is a sample schedule. We have 4 90-minute blocks or classes per day. Second block looks longer because students report to second block and then have their lunch period built into that block. There is an A day and a B day rotation. 6th graders have English every day and math every day. This is called double booked. Science and social studies meet every other day. So you can see that your student would never have science and history on the same day, nor would they have their elective and PE on the same day. So just by looking at this schedule, you can see that now your student will learn how to balance at least 6 different teachers and classes. This is usually the biggest challenge for new middle schoolers, and organization and personal responsibility become increasingly important. A couple of important learning management systems that you will become familiar with, if you are not already, are Aspen and Canvas. Aspen is the official recording platform for grades and attendance. We recommend that families check Aspen once a week with your student to keep updated on how things are going. You can even set alerts to receive an email if your student earns a low grade. For example, you might set a threshold that you want to be informed about, so you can get an email for if your student receives a grade of lower than C. Canvas is how the students actually access the curriculum, such as class modules, the course syllabus, study guides, notes, and assessments. There is also a student calendar feature and a to-do list on Canvas, and students can also message their teachers through Canvas. Typically, we issue paper agendas to all students. This year, with the virtual opening of school, we encourage students to use the calendar and to-do list in Canvas. As you enter middle school, students need to figure out what works best for them. Some students are able to keep up with everything using Canvas, but some students need a traditional paper and pencil format to have that visual to help with organization. In past years, the agenda served as an excellent tool for home school communication and also served as a hall pass. These are the required classes that everyone will be registered for. As we consider academic class choices, we'll be talking about math and English. These recommendations will be made by your child's 5th grade teacher in the spring of their 5th grade year, and you will be notified by letter. 6th grade students have 2 options for math. The grade level course is called Foundations of Algebra. Students in this class learn 6th grade material and take the Math 6 SOL at the end of the year. The accelerated course for 6th graders in math is Pre-Algebra 6. To be recommended for Pre-Algebra 6, students should have an A average in Math 5 and pass their Grade 5 Math SOL. In this course, students learn 6th, 7th, and 8th grade material. As you can imagine, therefore, it moves at a very fast pace. There is homework every night, and it is not a course recommended for students that have frequent absences. Students that take Pre-Algebra 6 take the Math 8 SOL at the end of the year and are set up to take their first high school credit-bearing course in their 7th grade year, which is Algebra 1. A high school credit course means that the course will appear on a student's official high school transcript, and their performance in that class will be seen by colleges when that student begins the college application process. As you can imagine, students need to have a strong work ethic and academic maturity to be successful in this class. The York County School Division likes to see at least an 80% from 6th graders if they're taking this advanced class. If we see lower than that, we will often make a schedule change back to the Foundations of Algebra class so that students don't miss critical foundational skills that they will need in their high school math career. By looking at this flowchart, you can see that students that take Foundations of Algebra in 6th grade can also accelerate their math class progression in 7th grade by taking Pre-Algebra 7. This would set them up to take Algebra 1 in 8th grade. Students who take grade level math their entire time in middle school are still able to be on track for their high school credit algebra by 9th grade. So there is no need to rush their math learning. In English, we have regular English and advanced English. You can see the guidelines that the 5th grade teachers use to determine their recommendations. They like to see A's and B's in 5th grade English and definitely a passing score on the 5th grade reading SOL. Students in advanced English should enjoy reading. They will be asked to demonstrate higher level thinking skills, for example, not simply doing a book report, but using more analysis and higher level reasoning. We encourage all students to read during the summer to keep their skills strong during the 3-month break, But advanced English students also have an assigned book with a follow-along assignment that is due on the first day of school. Something big for middle schoolers is dressing out for PE. Dressing out means changing into your PE clothes in the locker room. Students will do this every other day, alternating with their elective, and a large part of their PE grade rests on remembering to have your gym clothes with you so you can be ready to participate. There is a uniform which consists of a red t-shirt and navy shorts. You can purchase this at the beginning of school or simply buy your own version of that at a local store. Although it may feel weird for some students to change clothes in a group locker room setting, I like to remind kids that everyone is mostly concerned with themselves and not sitting around staring at others. They get used to it, I promise you. Encore classes are what we call the elective courses. Sixth graders have 3 choices. They can choose band, which is a year-long class, chorus, which is a semester-long class, or the exploratory wheel. The wheel is 4 quarter-long or 9 weeks long classes. I'll detail what kinds of classes those might include next. If a student chooses chorus, they will be assigned 2 quarter-long courses off the wheel to complete their year of an elective. We want students to get exposed to a variety of topics, so that is the thinking behind the exploratory wheel elective choice. Students will participate in 4 of the listed classes. They do not get to select which 4. Some of the classes they may take are art, drama, exploratory French and Spanish, and digital literacy. One class that will definitely be on the wheel next year is the Career Investigations class. This is a new state requirement that before students leave middle school, they have at least 1 Career Investigations course. In this class, students will identify their role as workers, analyze their personal assets, explore career clusters, and create an academic and career plan based on their academic and career interests. Exploratory French and Spanish is a class where students learn a little bit of each language, basic phrases, the alphabet, the culture, foods, geography, and holidays of the 2 countries. Another class that's on the wheel is art. You don't have to be good at art to get a good grade in this class. You have to do your best and follow the teacher's directions. Most of our students love this class. In digital literacy, students learn some programs that are helpful in school, like PowerPoint, Word, and Excel spreadsheet. Drama is a class on the wheel where students practice doing skits and learning to act. Chorus is a semester-long class. If students elect this course, they will also get to take 2 of the wheel classes that I just reviewed to fill out the year. Just like art, you don't need to be a great singer to do well in chorus. They just need to put forth their best effort. An added benefit of chorus is that singing puts you in a good mood. Again, if they select the wheel or chorus, students will need to be prepared to take any of these classes that were just reviewed. Band is a year-long course for beginning students to learn to play an instrument. Our band teachers are genius teachers who are able to teach students different instruments at the same time. The different types of instruments are taught together, for example, brass, woodwind, and percussion. You can see the different instruments that are offered in middle school band. To help students decide on which instrument they're interested in playing, please follow the links provided by our band instructors to help your student choose a good fit. Please note that if your child takes band, then they will need to take the Career Investigations class in 7th or 8th grade to meet that requirement during middle school. Usually before school begins in the fall, we host an orientation event called Clipper Camp. This is a great chance for our newest Clippers to be in the school without the upper grade students and learn their way around. We typically have a rotation of activities designed to help students meet their fellow classmates and teachers, learn how to read their schedules, and participate in some fun icebreakers. You'll get more information about getting your rising sixth grader ready for middle school towards the end of the fifth grade school year. We hope that this has been a clear and helpful walkthrough of sixth grade registration and middle school life. If there are still questions, please join us on a Teams meeting on Tuesday, March 16th at 6:30 p.m.